Good evening and welcome to Collinsville, Oklahoma, where tonight the host, Collinsville Cardinals, take on the Catoosa Indians. We're going to join in with the final beats of the national anthem here, played by the Crimson Cadets. All right, Logan. Captains are about to walk to midfield for the coin toss. Introduce myself as well. Casey Price, joined by my partner Logan Wilt here at Salee Field, where we have another non-district game for the Cardinals tonight. Looks like the captain McElroy, Colton Conover, Parker Brown, and Jackson Dew.
And it looks like the Catoosa Indians have a bunch of captains.
Maybe sent out all of their seniors.
Looks like their whole team.
The band and cheerleaders have taken the field to form the spirit line for the Cardinals.
Looks to have a bunch of student body here tonight.
Wearing their camo again, like last week, which seemed to bring us some luck. Let's see what the results of the coin toss were. Catoosa will receive, so I imagine Collinsville deferred to the second half. And going to start this game in the same fashion as last week then. The Indians lost a rough game last Friday as District 5A4 members prior managed to beat the Indians 23-0. Logan, some of the highlights of that game, I'm sure you read up on it, dealt with turnovers.
Yes, I mean, many turnovers in the red zone, which any team cannot have to win a game. And so hopefully the Collinsville Cardinals can take advantage of that tonight and capture some turnovers.
Yeah, that's going to be, I'm sure, something that Coach Jones really spotlighted for the team this week was addressing that with his defense, as he's a defensive coordinator for the Cardinals, trying to force some turnovers. In the Catoosa Times, it read, 4 turnovers in the first half was not the start Catoosa had in mind Friday night against Pryor as the Indians dropped their first opener 23-0. In the second half, they had 3 more turnovers, so a total of 7 turnovers. And it's going to be hard for any football team to win a game when you turn the ball over that much. And the scary thought is for the Cardinals is if Catoosa manages to treasure the ball a little bit better tonight, Logan, how good could they be?
I mean, you don't really know how good Catoosa is right now. Having 7 turnovers, I mean, it makes them look really bad. But, I mean, if they come out tonight and take care of the ball, Catoosa could be a really good team.
Yeah, I mean, in the write-up, it indicates that they were able to move the ball well at times and then just had untimely turnovers. On the counter end of that, the Cardinals had a pretty good offensive game last Friday as they took on the Highway 20 rival Skytook Bulldogs. Logan, just one of the most remarkable finishes to a football game that I think you or I will ever see. I mean, any person in the stadium that evening is going to be able to reference that game for a long time to come. Skytook takes a 5-point lead in the last with 48 seconds to go on the clock, and Sean Kacheski leads his Cardinal offense to a touchdown with 0 time remaining on the clock. Touchdown pass to senior TJ Johnson, who accumulated 2 touchdowns on the evening.
I know no Cardinal football player will forget that game, especially TJ. I mean, winning the game versus his rival Skytook, I mean, I know he felt happy. I mean, in the Tulsa World, he said he felt like Michael Crabtree for Texas Tech. I mean, scoring on the last play. I mean, I know he's very excited for tonight too. So.
And a great game by the junior quarterback, Sean Kacheski, in his first start at the helm for the Cardinals, rushing for over 100 yards and had a good night passing as well. Was it 3 touchdown passes? He had 1 to Forrest, 2 to TJ Johnson. And then, like I said, he actually rushed for 2 touchdowns as well. So really good night for him. Hopefully his come-out night for the season.
I mean, he had over 100 yards rushing, too. So Coach Jones and the Cardinal coaches took advantage of Sean and rolling him out and used a lot of different play calls.
Yeah, and the flip side to that coin would be the defense, who I think that the Cardinal coaching staff on a whole thought would play a little bit better than they did. They actually return a lot of guys that got to play, especially their secondary, last Friday night. All right, Logan, well, let's take a quick commercial break before we hit the kickoff here on Cardinal TV.
Drive down Route 66 and see the Meltons.
Well, ain't that something?
It's here, where the entire Melton family changed the negative dealership drama.
Forever.
This is a showroom. Yep, that's a pool table.
These are the salespeople. Yep, there are none.
Unlocked cars? Yep, even on Sundays. Granddad paid off the building. Yep, we sell cars for fun.
Translation, car buying can be a negative experience, so we changed it. You're welcome.
Melton Sales on Route 66 in Claremore. Jump on it.
Can I get a ham and Swiss sandwich with extra cheese, please?
All right, the Cardinals have taken the field, and all the student body needs to get off of it as we get ready to begin this non-district game here at Salif Field.
It's great to see the student section come out and support. I think this is one of the best student sections this season that we've seen for a long time. So,
a lot of kids here tonight, and one thing that always helps get people in the seats, in the stands, is winning. And the Cardinals had a good season last year. Started off the season beating Skytook in the game that we mentioned will be talked about forever, and people want to come out and watch that kind of stuff. All right, so the special teams unit takes the field, led by their kicker, Sergio Perez.
I saw him warming up, and he looked really good today, kicking 40-yard field goals, so that's good to see out of a sophomore in his first year as a football player.
Yeah, and he had a really good game last Friday night, too, converting on all of his point-after attempts, which is a big deal for a kid who's never played football before in his life. And we're off. Kick goes right, fielded by the Indians. He runs up the middle. He's got a gap. Sergio slows him down.
Looks like Catoosa recovered, though, but we will see. There's a lot of wrestling under the pile.
That was Dylan Russell, a freshman, who knocked the ball loose for the Cardinals.
Catoosa will retain the ball, and it looks like number 5, Hunter Rush, is coming off the field limping. It's nothing good to see.
No, he's a starting linebacker for this Cardinal team.
The trainers will check with him and see if he can get back on the field.
Snap back, run up the middle. Lots of room. Tackle eventually made by Ryan Haymaker.
One thing I know about the Catoosa offense is they like to pound the ball. They run the ball a lot, and so our run defense is going to have to step up for this Collinsville team.
The Catoosa band playing the traditional Florida State song. Snap back, play up the middle once again, this time to the fullback.
About 5 yards.
That carry was Hunter Harrison. Josh Arnold on the tackle. That was good for about 6 yards, and Catoosa having some success running the ball up the middle on the first 2 plays.
Coach Jones talked about, how our defensive line has to grow throughout the season, and I think last week they grew a little bit, and we'll have to see how they continue to grow.
That time got a lot of guys up on the line and were able to stop the Indians for a short gain. The rush by Darren Fowler, and he was brought down by Rock Robbins and Josh Arnold, I believe, on the play. It'll be 3rd and 3 on this second down, or not second down, it's 3rd down on this first possession for the Indians.
It looks like number 81, Tyler Force, is out on the starting defensive squad, which we did not see last week.
Got penalty flags on the play. It's going to be encroachment against the Cardinals. That'll give the Indians another first down.
Not what we want to see on the first drive is a penalty that will result in a first down.
Wonder if the quarterback gave a hard count there, or if Cardinals were just too antsy altogether and jumped on the play. Senior quarterback Caleb Weissley under center here, a big center at that. Handoff goes once again to number 42, Hunter Harrison, and he's brought down for little gain there. And it looks like the Cardinals are just loading the box and going to just commit to the run defense.
Force them to pass.
And force Catoosa to do something different. Second and 10 after no gain. Starting defensive line tonight for the Cardinals is Keenan Pretty and Parker Brown.
And Justin Cothe.
Justin Cothe, who started last week. Oh, nice tackling there by the Cardinals. Rock Robbins came over the middle to assist Keenan Pretty as Pretty just stuffed through there on that play. Nice job by the line.
After the first few downs, it seems like this Cardinal defense started to figure out quickly what this Catoosa offense is wanting to do, and it looks like they're going to make them pass this 3rd down.
All right, 3rd and 9. Only one wide receiver set up, but 2 tight ends on the quarterback's right. Snap back, and he does hand it off. And he's going to be brought down there by Josh Arnold. And Keenan Pretty again, that right side looking strong for the Cardinals.
That's something good to see, as our defense come out versus Sky took really good, and towards the end of the game they started to get wore out, so we need our defense to get off the field and conserve some energy.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like the Indians are going to go for it here on 4th and 12. We'll see if they attempt their first pass on the night.
It looks like number 5, Hunter Rush, is out for the game. Just took his pads off. He's not very happy.
Catoosa stays in the pro set. Quarterback is looking to pass to, it was a screen play. Kacheski's on the tackle, and he won't get the first down. Nice play call there with the screen, but they just had too many yards to get. 12 yards on that screen play. The secondary managed to stay in front of the ball. So it's going to be a turnover on possessions, and the Cardinals will take over. Starting offense tonight for the Cardinals will be quarterback Sean Kacheski, running back Ryan Haymaker, the sophomore wide receiver Tyler Forrest alongside the senior Keenan Hamilton. Other wide receiver out to Kacheski's left is the senior TJ Johnson. Kacheski in the shotgun, back, hands off to Haymaker. He runs right, got a lot of space. Oh, shoelace tackle there by Hunter Harrison of the Catoosa Indians, and I thought Ryan Haymaker might have taken that to the house had he got away with that tackle.
He's a fast guy, so getting out in space, he usually breaks away and takes for a big run.
Cardinals up to the line of scrimmage quickly there. They're going to collect themselves, get the play call. This time, TJ Johnson, the lone wide receiver to his right. Haymaker stays the back. It's the quarterback read, and Kacheski keeps. Looks like he won't have much of a gain on the play.
One new change to this Cardinal offense is number 2, Brandon Lowe. Dylan Cook started in his position last week but was sick throughout the week. He's suited up tonight, but we'll see how much playing time he gets.
Another injury for the young man that replaced Cook at times is Austin Roberts, who suffered a concussion in this week's JV game, so he'll be out tonight as well. And Roberts played a very good and efficient second half for the Cardinals last week.
Looks like a false start on the Cardinals. We'll bring it back 5 yards.
Coach is trying to go with a hurry-up offense here. Chesky bobbles the snap. Just go ahead and pick it up and run for a few yards, and he only got about a yard on that.
First play looked really good, and now we've started to struggle, which isn't something we want to see. But the one thing is Sean's a good passer, and we have good wide receivers, so if it does come down to 3rd and long, we have a chance to make it.
This is 3rd and 14 here. Got trips to his left, Keenan Hamilton to his right, in motion to his left, and he's sacked. Big sack there for the Indians. And it's going to be 4th and 15 or 16 for the Cardinals as they bring in their punting unit.
It looked like Jake Douglas missed his block.
Kacheski is the punter for this team. Set to receive is number 1, Nathan Verano, a junior for the Indians. Snap back. Good punt there by Kacheski. Verano has to go backwards to field it. He does. He's got some room, and he returns it for about 15 yards. Is eventually brought down around the 46-yard line.
Catoosa will start out with good field position again.
Handoff goes up the middle once again. Fowler gets a gain of about 5.
2 Cardinals in the backfield just were unable to make the play.
The starting linebackers tonight, I'm sure Hunter Rush would have been in this lineup, but as Logan mentioned, he was injured on the opening kickoff. So the starting linebackers are Keenan Hamilton, Rock Robbins, Josh Arnold, and it looks like Ryan Haymaker's moved up. No, excuse me, he's still safety.
Mark Tillman
is going to replace Hunter Rush in the linebacker core. In the secondary tonight will be Sean Kacheski and Ryan Haymaker as safeties. And cornerbacks will be T.J. Johnson and Tyler Forrest. Catoosa back in their pro formation. 1 wide receiver, a tight end on the right. Handoff goes to the fullback. He's got a lot of room. Another 12-yard gain for Catoosa as they're having success running it right up the gut.
I mean, we haven't seen anything different this game. They've run every play except one, and so, I mean, the Cardinal coaches have to be knowing that's what they're going to do most of the time.
Cole Kyman on defense now. Quarterback Reed, and he kind of almost looked like a sneak there. He tried to hide that he had it. Managed to get 4 yards on the play, just falling forward. Coach Harold trying to keep his defensive line fresh here. I'm noticing a lot of substituting on that line. just kind of moving the guys, other than the nose guard, getting his ends a lot of rest. Handoff. Once again goes to Harrison. He's still on his feet. It's going to be good for a first down, I believe.
Catoosa yet to have a turnover, so their coaches have to be pretty happy with that.
Did put the ball on the grass in the first punt kick return, though. You got to know when their coaches saw that, they just
had flashbacks.
Yes. There's some good tackling by the Cardinals. Looks like Rock Robbins and number 45, Justin Cothe, in on the tackle.
Looks like Catoosa might have an injury.
Look at that line there for Catoosa, Logan. 70, 71, and 77. Those are some really large linemen.
That's what I talked to some of the Cardinal defense, and they said that the one thing about Catoosa is they have big linemen, so they like to power run it, and I mean, they've had pretty good success with that tonight.
One of the most underappreciated positions in all of sports is the defensive line. There's really no glory. On offensive line. There's no glory on the offensive line. It's not like defense, the defensive line where you can get tackle or you can get sacks or tackles for loss. You just go out there and do the dirty work every week. And as I like to say, the pretty boys get all the props. The pretty boys get the props. The quarterbacks, the running backs, the wide receivers. And those fellas just really are what make or break a good season, and that's what we talked about a lot last week, was that our line is young, but we couldn't give enough accolades to the offensive line last week, Logan. They played outstanding.
I mean, led by senior Cole Kime. He's really the only guy who really played last year on the line, and so he's really showed the reins to some of these new offensive linemen.
Yeah, and another senior on the line is Jackson Dew, but as you mentioned, he didn't really see a lot of playing time last year, but has played really well so far this year. Looks like the line on this play will once again be the nose guard, Parker Brown, Pretty, and Cothe on the ends. Against this very heavily running offense, the outside linebackers are going to be up on the line as well. And speaking of the devil, Keenan Hamilton in on the tackle there. He's very quick off the ball.
His last week he played really good. I mean, for the most part, kept it contained on his side. And so it's good to see him get a tackle tonight.
Looks like the fullback, Hunter Harrison, will line up as a tight end on this. Oh, no, he's back in the backfield. Take the handoff to him, and it's intercepted by Rock Robbins, tipped by Keenan Hamilton. He's going to take it to the house, the 30, the 20, to the 10, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Rock Robbins and the Cardinals.
That'll be the first defensive touchdown of the year for the Collinsville Cardinals.
So far tonight, seeing a reversal of roles as the defense off to a really good start.
Rock Robbins talked about how he doesn't like not scoring, but I mean, he scored right there.
All right, Sergio Perez brings in his special teams unit, and Brandon Lowe will be the holder. Looks like Rock Robbins is also the snapper here. Is he the deep snapper on punts as well?
Yes, he's trying to catch his breath. I mean, for a defensive player to have to sprint.
It was the furthest he's ran all season.
Yeah.
Snaps back. Ball down, and it's through the uprights. And the Cardinals put 7 on the board. Nice job by Keenan Hamilton, then making his presence known. Gets the tip there. He's a big guy, and he's got a lot of athleticism. Tips the ball. Rock Robbins with the tip drill, catches it, takes it to the house.
I mean, sometimes you worry about your defense being able to catch it, but, I mean, Rock Robbins secured it, and he ran it to the end zone.
All right. So exciting play there in the first quarter. 2 minutes and 38 seconds remain.
Defense trying to get some Gatorade in them and take a little break as they know they'll be right back on the field.
Yeah, might have to take some oxygen down there to them.
It isn't as hot as it was versus Sky took, so that is a good thing. Not as much cramps.
No, I mean, it's a beautiful night for football in Oklahoma. About 82 degrees outside right now, maybe even cooler. The sun's gone down, and there's a really pleasant breeze outside. So it's just ideal conditions for football tonight. Catoosa has 3 players set to receive here. They've got Verano, as well as Meyer and number 21, Chase Neville. Perez likes to kick right, usually targeting who's standing there now, which is Darren Fowler. Does so again. Fowler going to receive it. Schaefer Smith missed a big tackle. Oh, ball's all on the ground! The Catoosa manages to get on top of it again.
That is 2 chances for the Cardinals to get the fumble, but I mean, it's good to see them at least get the ball out.
Yeah, they're returning. The Indians are returning the ball with some success. They've managed to get some yardage. I mean, that was another 10 to 15 yard return before he was brought down. Maybe closer to 10 because he fumbled it about 4 yards forward.
We'll see what this Catoosa offense can do now.
Wisely back under center.
The second time they throw an interception, so I believe they're just going to keep it running.
Harrison looks like he gets 9 on that carry. And kind of like what we talked about at the Open, Logan, they have success moving the ball. They had success moving the ball against Pryor last Friday. Just had a costly turnover there on that interception, and the defense managed to put up points. So it's not like they are going to change what they're doing because they're having success what they're doing so far. Handoff goes to the running back this time, and he's brought down by Justin Cothe. Cothe chased the ball through from the other side that time. Really good job by the junior defensive end.
Looks like some extra activity between Rock Robbins and the Catoosa running back number 41, Trey Harvey. Excuse me, Catoosa tight end.
Handoff goes once again to the fullback, and he's brought down after a gain of 1. So they're going to be short, and it'll be 4th and 1 here for the Indians. And it looks like they do bring in a punting unit.
Watch for the fake here.
Darren Fowler, the running back, is also the punter. High snap. He handles it. A low end-over-end kick and fair catch by Brandon Lowe there. And it'll be Cardinal ball on the 18-yard line.
34 seconds left in this quarter. Collinsville is up 7-0. I mean, I haven't really been pleased with this defense, but I'm pleased with this defense. Catoosa's really drove the ball, but I mean, Collinsville's had a key play, and I mean, they struck for first.
Probably going to get 1 play off before the first quarter ends, maybe 2. Kacheski takes the snap, handoff to Haymaker. Looks to break 1 tackle before 2 Catoosa Indians there to help. Looks like they're going to try to get on the ball again quickly. 23 seconds on the clock. Kacheski's got 4 wide receivers on the play. Haymaker stays as the back. 12 seconds in the quarter.
6.
Snap back. Kacheski keeps it on the read. Looks like he got maybe a yard on the play. And that'll bring an end to this first quarter. Collinsville leads 7-0. We'll take a short break and be back for the second.
Drive down Route 66 and see the Meltons.
Well, ain't that something?
It's here, where the entire Melton family changed the negative dealership drama.
Forever.
This is a showroom. Yep, that's a pool table.
These are the salespeople. Yep, there are none.
Unlocked cars? Yep, even on Sundays. Granddad paid off the building. Yep, we sell cars for fun.
Translation, car buying can be a negative experience, so we changed it. You're welcome.
Melton Sales on Route 66 in Claremore. Jump on it.
Can I get a ham and Swiss sandwich with extra cheese, please?
At Salee Field, Collinsville leads Catoosa 7-0. It's the beginning of the second quarter, and it's 3rd and 7 for the Cards. Slow snap, Kacheski handles it. Looking left, he's got TJ Johnson. He breaks one tackle. Trying to break another. He's in the middle of the field, brought down at the 45-yard line in Indian territory. Nice play there by the senior TJ Johnson, hooking up with Sean Kacheski. And a really good pass play there to open up the second quarter.
Dragging 3 defenders for about 10 yards.
I always think it's a good idea to get your money man involved early in a game. Get him some touches, get him feeling good about himself. It always makes those guys happy. The wide receivers, they like to get their touches early in a game because it gets them feeling good. Kacheski under center this time. Fakes the handoff to Haymaker. Throwing deep. He's got his man. Incomplete. Just under through TJ Johnson. Johnson had a lot of room out towards the sideline. And a nice play call there. Play action. And Catoosa was looking for the run there. Had one-on-one coverage with Johnson. And I really like the play call. Taking a chance there.
Looks like number 24, Mark Tillman, is in for Ryan Haymaker, number 25.
Catoosa in a 4-3 defense here, or in a 4-2, or a 4-5, however you look at it. Quarterback reach, Kacheski through the middle, still on his feet. Still on his feet till he's brought down at the 20. Nice read there by Sean Kacheski, faking the handoff to Tillman. Sophomore Sam West checking into the game for the Cardinals here. Going to give TJ Johnson a quick breather.
He will see his first action on the field for this season on offense.
Kacheski directing his running back, Tillman. Snap back. Tillman gets the handoff. There's flag on the play. Tillman falls forward for about 3 yards on the carry.
I'm guessing holding by the Cardinal lineman. One Catoosa player slow to get up, number 56, Colton Porter.
It's going to be an illegal block there by the Cardinals, maybe something down by the knees.
I'm guessing someone was engaged and they chop blocked
Yeah, chop block.
which is illegal.
And very dangerous. Chop blocking, I think, is one of the more dangerous things in football because you're totally helpless as the player being blocked. So that'll step the ball back 10 yards for the Cardinals.
Another penalty by this offense.
Oh, excuse me, that's a 15-yard penalty. TJ Johnson has checked back into the game for the Cards, and Haymaker is back in the backfield. Snap back. Kucheski completes a pass to Keenan Hamilton. He's brought down at the 29-yard line. So a nice gain there on first down. Just kind of keep nicking away at this large amount of yardage needed for the first. Kucheski running right, looking for Hamilton again. He slips, and I guess his knee hit the ground. The referees call the play dead. That'll be a loss on the play. Unfortunate because TJ Hamilton had one-on-one coverage, not to mention Kucheski had a lot of open field out to his left. And I think he saw that and got a little bit excited as well.
I mean, a little slip up on the field's not something we need on 2nd and long, which will make it even 3rd and longer.
So 3rd and 20 here for the Cardinals. Kucheski keeps it up the middle, has a lot of room. Brought down at about the 23 there. So it's going to be 4th and, oh no, that's the 18, excuse me. So it looks like it'll be 4th and 5, and they are going to bring in their field goal unit. Sergio Perez to attempt his first field goal on the season.
During warm-ups, he was behind the 30-yard line on the right hash, so, I mean, he's a little closer in his sweet spot, so we'll see what he can do.
.35-yard attempt, and it's no good. PA announcer says it was wide left. Not a bad attempt there by Sergio. It's a lot different in a game when you have to kick it over all the linemen and the heads of all those guys, plus the rush of having to get it off in time. So the defense back on the field here for the Cardinals. Looks like Schaefer Smith in here as a linebacker, outside linebacker for the Cardinals.
It's good to see him getting some playing.
Misses a tackle there, but Ryan Haymaker manages to get Harrison down after a short gain.
Looks like these Catoosa wide receivers are making sure they block defensive back TJ Johnson.
Just trying to make contact with him every play.
Yes.
2nd and 6 here. Pro formation once again for the Indians. Run goes to the left. Keenan Hamilton makes the tackle there. Hamilton's been pretty successful holding down his side of the line of scrimmage. The Indians haven't had as much success running to Hamilton's left side.
He's played really
good. Or Pretty's left side.
He's played really good tonight.
Gotta hope that he's really embracing that defensive role. Last year, more of an offensive player, used more on the offensive side of the ball. This year, makes another tackle. He's really got to be embracing that defensive end position because he's played really well so far. Big time tackle there. It's going to force a 4th down and a punt by the Indians.
Brendan Lowe will be back to return again.
Lowe hasn't really had an opportunity to return a punt this year. He's had to signal fair catch on almost all of them. High snap that time, and a short punt. It's going to be out of bounds somewhere near the 45-yard line.
It'll be good field position for the Collinsville Cardinals.
Great field position. It's only about 15 yards back from where they missed the kick on the field goal attempt on the previous possession.
This Cardinal offense will take the field once again and see if they can score the first offensive touchdown of the game.
Pistol formation, Haymaker behind Kucheski. Kucheski keeps it, runs left, got to break a tackle, still on his feet, forced out of bounds near the 38-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 3.
He made a lot out of nothing there.
Yeah, he did. I mean, he just outraced a couple guys to the sideline, managed to get a few yards. Brandon Lowe still in as the slot receiver for the Cardinals.
One thing I've noticed for the Cardinals is they've tried to get TJ on his own side, trying to get one-on-one coverage.
Quarterback read again. Haymaker ran up the middle. His knee was down at the 35-yard line, so that was another gain of 3, and it's going to be 3rd and 4 or 5 here for the Cards.
Offense starting to move the ball, not really big plays, but just nickeling and diming this defense.
Haymaker comes out. Tillman in for him. Kucheski has 2 wide receivers on either side. Runs right, looks right. Pass is intercepted. Kucheski's got to make the tackle. He's the only one that has a chance. And he does force the Indian out of bounds at the 15-yard line. And an unfortunate turnover there for the Cardinals, as they had just had a little bit of success moving the ball.
We're seeing some growing pains by this Cardinal offense. I mean, Sean trying to, this is his second game starting as our varsity quarterback, so he's still trying to learn the reads and.
Right. There's just a huge difference playing varsity and compared to playing freshman quarterback. And that's the last time he's played a quarterback for the Cardinals, because I don't think he played JV last year. Run up the middle by Fowler. Looks like he's got 8 on the run. But he's 2nd and 2.
Catoosa's really got their run game going so far today. And that's something that this Cardinal defense struggled with last week, was stopping the run, and they've struggled with it so far this week.
Another run play by Fowler, this time brought down by Rock Robbins and Tyler Forrest. That was Marcus Tillman on the tackle. Schaefer Smith checking into the game once again, going to give Tillman a short rest. It's 1st and goal here for the Indians. Ball on the 6-yard line. 4 minutes, 38 seconds to go in the game. Or in the half, excuse me.
We'll see how this Cardinal defense does in the red zone.
Fowler gets the handoff again, and he fumbled!
Looks like Cardinal ball. And it will be, as the Catoosa Indians make their 2nd turnover of the day. And as last week, that was their trouble versus Pryor, and it looks like so far today it has been versus the Collinsville Cardinals.
All right, so a lot of field to cover here for the Cardinals if they want to get it on the scoreboard again before the half. 4 minutes, 27 seconds to go before that buzzer will go off.
I believe last time we were in this position, Sean ran a 50-yard run from the 50-yard line after we were down here from a Dylan Cook interception, and we scored. So, I'm not doubting this offense backed up to their own goal line.
Dylan Cook hasn't played yet tonight. He is suited up for the Cardinals, however. Kacheski keeps it up the middle after he fakes the handoff. He might have a yard on the play.
Other than the few interceptions Sean's thrown this season, he's really played pretty good for stepping into a role that he hadn't played in 2 years.
So second, he did get 2 on the play. 2nd and 8 for the Cardinals. They've gone back to their huddle offense. Their first 2 possessions, they went with the no huddle. Kacheski has trips to his left. He looks that way. Pass is complete to Brandon Lowe. He gets to the 10-yard line before he's brought down. Wasn't able to get out of bounds before that, so the clock keeps running.
Looks like Sean had Tyler Forrest, number 81, deep, but I mean, just trying to get a few yards to get off this goal line to have a makeable 3rd down.
3rd and 4. This time, Johnson, Forrest, and Lowe line up to the right. Hamilton alone on the left. Single coverage for Hamilton. Pass is incomplete, intended for TJ Johnson, and it'll be 4th down and 4 for the Cardinals.
That was a risky play for a risky throw by Sean. An interception there would not be good.
Looks like he's got a little bit more zip on his ball tonight, which is good to see. He's throwing it with a little bit more confidence, though. Noticed last week on a couple of his passes looked a little bit soft. That was a really hard thrown pass, which you like to see out of your quarterback, putting some zip on it.
He's really embraced being the starting quarterback. I mean, the team embraces it too, knowing that they don't have Zane, that Sean is as good of a quarterback as Zane.
The Cardinals take a timeout on that play. Interesting you bring that up. I was talking to Zane earlier in the week and asked him how it felt to be on the sidelines on Friday night, and he said it was just extremely hard for him. I mean, he said he just really struggled with it. But one thing that we noticed was that he's in the ear of his teammates a lot, and he's encouraging, and he's patting people on the shoulder pads, and that's such a good mentality for these guys to have, and it speaks a lot of this team that they care about one another and not themselves.
Well, as a senior leader, I mean, when teammates don't know what to do, I mean, Zane can come in and tell them how to do it, and so, I mean, the players have really embraced it too.
So the punt team is in. Kacheski set to punt. It's a low snap. He handles it fine. High punt. Good punt there by Kacheski. And fair catch called there by number 1, Verano. And the Indians will take over on the 37-yard line with 3 minutes to go in the half.
That possession for the Collinsville Cardinals wasn't what we wanted. I mean, we wanted to run some clock off and get a first down, which we did not do. So with Catoosa getting the ball here with 3 minutes left, they have a lot. I mean,
and in good field position, so they can afford to run the ball now. They don't have to pass.
I mean, and they have a lot to think about, because if you think about it, they get down here and it's 4th and 6. You almost think they have to go for it, as they are kicking the ball to the Cardinals in the second half.
Marcus Tillman makes a nice tackle there, right at the line of scrimmage. That was Devin Hemphill's first carry of the game for the Catoosa Indians. It was actually a tackle for loss there by Tillman. Nice play. So the clock remains or continues to tick. And the Cardinals would be happy at this point to just get into halftime with a 7-point lead, containing this offense. Incomplete there. Intended wide receiver was Verano. That'll stop the clock and be 3rd and 11 here for the Indians. Now I'm sure Coach Jones is thinking about his offense again. I'm sure if Catoosa runs the ball here and they don't get the first down, don't be surprised if you see the Cardinals take a timeout.
Yes, that would be the smart play, knowing there's probably going to be about 2 minutes left if they hold them to this 3rd down.
They do run, and they will not have the first down, brought down at the 30, so it'll be interesting to see here.
It looks like they will keep their offense on the field.
Yeah, and the Cardinal coaches won't call a timeout. I mean, you got to believe Catoosa's going to go for it. They have nothing to lose. Clock's ticking, so at this point, they have nothing to lose by going for it, and only things to gain if they can get the first down.
With a minute 45 left on this clock, I mean, not much time for Catoosa to be able to.
Flags on the play, which will be a false start by the Indians. That'll stop the clock at 1:39.
That was a good flag because the Catoosa running back broke free right after the whistle sounded.
That'll make it 4th and 9 for Catoosa.
It looks like they will bring in their punting team now. Or yes, they will. With a minute 39 left. We've seen this Cardinal offense score with not much time left, as last week they had 44 seconds on the clock and they had a 50-yard drive. So, I mean, with a minute 25 probably will be like,
oh man, Cardinals need to get away from the ball. Wow, that was a, 15-yard punt.
Wow, that was scary, as it looked like number 45, Justin Cothy, couldn't find the ball, and right as it hit, he was about a yard away from it.
Good job by him to get away from it, though, and Cardinals will take over with a minute 20. Be interesting to see really what the coaches decide to do here, and we should be able to tell if they're going to try to put put a drive together on this very first play. Are they going to throw a pass here try to get a first down? Because that'll indicate that they're going to try to get to the end zone. Yes, if it's a run play, they might just going to eat clock. It is a pass, looking for Hamilton. It's a high throw. Hamilton doesn't get out of bounds, but it's good for a first down. It'll be at the 49-yard line.
I do believe Catoosa has 2 timeouts and Collinsville has 2, so both teams have timeouts that they can use.
Clock stopped while the chain gang reset. Only about 7 seconds off the clock from that time. Kacheski's passes is intercepted there.
It looked like it just flew off his. It looked like it came into his hands. He didn't even know he had the ball until
bounced
he got
off
to the ground.
Brandon Lowe's chest there, it seemed like. So the second interception of the evening for Kacheski.
It looked like some miscommunication on this Cardinal offense, as T.J. Johnson didn't even leave the line of scrimmage until about 3 seconds into the play.
All right, so with a minute to go, the Indians have 3 wide receivers. And they go ahead and hand off up the middle. Fowler brought down by Keenan Pretty.
And it looks like Catoosa will take their second time out of the half.
All right, so the Cardinals coming over, going to get coached up here by Coach Jones, and you got to think the only thing they're really communicating here is just keep them in front of us. Let's not give up a big play. Just contain for the next 55 seconds, and we'll go into halftime. And if the defense manages to do that, you got to give them a big high five going into half, because they will have done a really great job for the first half of this game.
I mean, not what we want to see is our defense having to step up again. I mean, our offense really hadn't really got anything going so far today.
The 2 turnovers hurt a lot for the Cardinals. The one possession they were kind of putting a drive together results with a turnover. Yeah,
the turnover count is 2-2, so I mean, no one's really had an extra advantage so far.
Back to that pro formation, but this time with 3 wide receivers. Quarterback does look to pass. He's got his man, and he catches it. He's going to be brought down there inside the 5. Tyler Forrest manages to bring him down before he gets the touchdown. Nice pass there by the quarterback, Caleb Weisley, on the play. Looks like Chase Neville was the wide receiver.
Looks like we will bring in another lineman and take out a DB.
Collinsville is going to take another timeout here. 40 seconds to go. The clock really a non-factor at this point as it's 1st and goal. Although Catoosa only does have one timeout, so if the Cardinals can manage to get a stop on 1st and 2nd down, the clock does become a factor.
Yes, I mean, having 2 timeouts and Catoosa only having 1, you have to think that Catoosa is looking to get it in on their 1st or 2nd play, because after that, they really don't have much time.
But they've had a lot of success tonight, and with the ball on the 2, they've had a lot of success getting at least 2 yards so far this evening.
I mean, with big linemen like they have and big running back like they have, I mean, being in the red zone like this is exactly what they want.
All right. Collinsville stands are getting loud. Let's see if the D can get a big stop here. Up the middle, and they're in the end zone. The Indians get in the end zone. 6 points on the board for Catoosa.
It's got to shift the momentum. Being up 7-0 until the very end of the 2nd quarter, Catoosa's going in thinking both teams are in the game still.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been huge to get a stop there because Collinsville gets the ball back at start the 2nd half. Field goal's good, so we're tied up at 7 here in the 2nd quarter. And the defense really has been pretty great tonight other than one deep play.
I mean, teams usually don't beat you on the deep plays, so I mean, one play for the Catoosa Indians that's resulted in a big gain, and after that they've really just pounded the ball for 5-6 yards each play.
So we'll see if the Catoosa elects to squib kick here or go ahead and kick deep. Back to receive for the Cardinals, Ryan Haymaker, TJ Johnson, and Marcus Tillman. Haymaker is the man back deepest.
You got to be thinking they're going to kick it deep. They don't want Collinsville getting close field position. After watching like last game and knowing that they scored with 44 seconds left, they want to have Collinsville to have the worst field position they can.
Jesus Gonzalez will be the kicker. Looks like he's a lefty. He does kick deep. Haymaker will field it. Gonna run up the middle before being brought down near the 27 there. And 30 seconds on the clock.
I mean, the smart thing to do is just to knee it
Take
down
a knee.
and just go into the half all tied up, knowing they get the ball at the start of the 2nd half.
Looks like the Cardinals are in their shotgun formation. Hand off to Haymaker. He's running right. Hurdles a man. And that's going to be no gain on the play. Clock continuing to tick.
Looks like the Collinsville Cardinals will just wait it out and go into the halftime with the score 7-7.
All right. So that'll be the end of the first half here at Salee Field in Collinsville, Oklahoma, where the score is tied 7-7 in a non-district matchup versus the Catoosa Indians. We'll be back here momentarily with some of the band performance and a halftime wrap-up.
Drive down Route 66 and see the Meltons.
Well, ain't that something?
It's here where the entire Melton family changed the negative dealership drama.
Forever.
This is a showroom. Yep, that's a pool table.
These are the salespeople. Yep, there are none.
Unlocked cars? Yep, even on Sundays. Granddad paid off the building. Yep, we sell cars for fun.
Translation, car buying can be a negative experience, so we changed it. You're welcome.
Melton Sales on Route 66 in Claremore. Jump on it.
Can I get a ham and Swiss sandwich with extra cheese, please?
Welcome back to Collinsville, Oklahoma, where the Cardinals are all tied up with the Catoosa Indians 7-7 here at Salee Field. I'm Casey Price, joined by Logan Wilt, as we broadcast to you the second game of this Cardinals 2013 football season. Logan, what are your highlights from the first half? Highlights, and then we'll go over lowlights in a minute.
Our defense, I mean, they played really good tonight. Other than giving up one big play, they held them to nothing until late in the second half. I know they drove, but they got the stop when they needed it.
Well, the only points we have on the evening are a defensive touchdown. Robbins gets a tip ball, takes it to the house off of a Keenan Hamilton tip. Keenan Pretty's played really well on the evening, really secured up that left side of the line of scrimmage for the Cardinals. Offense hasn't been bad, just had untimely turnovers. And then talking about ironically, we were talking about the only thing the defense needed to do on that last Catoosa possession was keep the plays in front of them, not give up a big play. And Catoosa calls a timeout. Next play was about a 45-yard pass to get the ball inside the 5, and they eventually go on to touchdown. Those are just things that separate good teams and mediocre teams. A good team doesn't give up that play, and I think the Cardinals will be a good team really soon. I think that the coaching staff will correct little mistakes like that, and the Cardinals will have things like that fixed. You got to be able to win games like this, making those types of mistakes, however, in order to be a good team.
One thing, I mean, our offense haven't done really bad. They've had just a few costly turnovers, which we started driving the ball and then boom, an interception, and that's something we can't have if we want to win games. Is our offense has to show up every play.
Right. One was probably a bad decision by Sean Kacheski, and the other was just an incomplete pass that the wide receiver wasn't ready for. Kind of bounced off him, and the Catoosa Indian defensive back made a nice play. So those would be kind of like our highlights and lowlights of that first half. Offensively, the Cardinals have, it seems, like had more pass plays than run plays. Kacheski had a couple nice gains on the quarterback read, and Haymaker had a nice run on the very first offensive play of the evening for the Cardinals.
Haymaker's played good tonight. Sean's played good tonight, other than 2 interceptions, and I mean the offensive line's really played pretty good, other than one missed block, which resulted in a sack.
All right, looks like the Catoosa High School marching band on the field. for their halftime performance. And we'll take a short break while they're on the field, and we'll be back for the performance of the Crimson Cadets.
Drive down Route 66 and see the Meltons.
Well, ain't that something?
It's here, where the entire Melton family changed the negative dealership drama.
Forever.
This is a showroom. Yep, that's a pool table.
These are the salespeople. Yep, there are none.
Unlocked cars? Yep, even on Sundays. Granddad paid off the building. Yep, we sell cars for fun.
Translation, car buying can be a negative experience, so we changed it. You're welcome.
Melton Sales on Route 66 in Claremore. Jump on it.
Can I get a ham and Swiss sandwich with extra cheese, please?
We're back here at Salee Field as the Catoosa Marching Band performs their halftime performance. Other games going on tonight across the state in 5A. Try to note on other district opponents playing. Carl Albert playing at Coweta tonight. Carl Albert is usually a powerhouse in football. And I think Coweta is a little bit down this year, so that's going to be a tough matchup for Coweta. It looks like Central, another District 5A4 opponent, is traveling to Arkansas tonight to play Springdale. Claremore plays Miami at Miami. Let's see, other games going on from the district. East Central playing 6A Bartlesville tonight. Grove playing their rivals J at J. And Pryor is visiting 4A Wagner tonight. Interesting. Or the last District 5A4 matchup will be Tahlequah, who's also traveling to Arkansas. They'll take on Rogers, Arkansas this evening. Some other just games worth noting. Skytook and Oologah play this evening. That game in Oologah. Bishop Kelly and Bishop McGinnis taking off tonight in, I don't know, what's the name of that? I'm sure they have to have a name. I don't know if it's like the Catholic Bowl, or do you know the name of that game?
I do not believe I know that game.
I'm sure it has a bowl name. I remember when I was working for a TV station in Oklahoma City when Heritage Hall played Cassidy. They called it the Polo Bowl. And it was the actual name of their the private schools when they played one another in football. It was called the Polo Bowl, and that was a really exciting rivalry game. Let's see, Deer Creek plays Shawnee tonight. That's a big 5A matchup of two really good teams, traditionally good teams. Oh, the Catoosa band playing a little Coldplay here. Can't go wrong when you're playing Coldplay.
Nope, never.
All right, so with more than 12 minutes to go in halftime, Logan, who would you say is your defensive player of the half? For me, it's between Pretty and Robbins. You gotta throw Rock Robbins' name. He's been in on a lot of tackles, and the obvious, he got in the end zone for a defensive touchdown. Keenan Pretty, like we mentioned, really shoring up that side of the line. He's had a lot of tackles right around the line of scrimmage tonight. If you had to choose between the two?
I'd have to say it would probably be Robbins. I mean, scoring the only touchdown for the Collinsville Cardinals. I know it was one play, but I mean, it really got the momentum going for the Collinsville Cardinals. But Hamilton played really good. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't discredit him. He's played really good. So is Pretty. So I've been pretty pleased with the defensive linemen so far.
Yeah, a really good outing at this point for the Cardinal defense. On offense, hard to really say who's played best on offense. The offense has looked good on a couple of plays, and then not done a lot on other plays. So it's just we'll have to wait. We'll have to wait and see on who we're gonna pick for offensive player. We'll just have to wait till the end of the evening. So Logan, what do you feel like Coach Jones is addressing in the locker room right now?
I mean, I know he's talking about stupid turnovers on the offensive end. That last interception shone through. Coach Jones was not very happy. I think that he got the play. He called the play. He called the play before I think Coach Jones wanted them to do, and so that's one stupid turnover. But I mean, for the most part, he's probably just talking about getting defensive stops and getting our offense going.
Both teams have 2 turnovers so far tonight, although Catoosa's put the ball on the ground 2 times that they've been able to recover. All right. Before the Crimson Cadets take the field, we're going to take one more commercial break, and we'll be back for the Cardinals Crimson Cadets.
Drive down Route 66 and see the Meltons.
Well, ain't that something?
It's here, where the entire Melton family changed the negative dealership drama.
Forever.
This is a showroom. Yep, that's a pool table.
These are the salespeople. Yep, there are none.
Unlocked cars? Yep, even on Sundays. Granddad paid off the building. Yep, we sell cars for fun.
Translation, car buying can be a negative experience, so we changed it. You're welcome.
Melton Sales on Route 66 in Claremore. Jump on it.
Can I get a ham and Swiss sandwich with extra cheese, please?
Back here at Salee Field, the Crimson Cadets set to perform their halftime performance. We'll sit back and let you enjoy it.
Could Jimmy Moss please come to the press box? Jimmy Moss. Drum Major Michaela Rush will now lead your very own Collinsville Crimson Cadets as they perform Macabre.
There go the Crimson Cadets after their halftime performance. Got a lot of support there by all the stands, and they're playing the fight song this year during halftime, or they have in the first two games. Seems to be getting a good response by the home section as everyone's standing and enjoying that fight song being played during the games. All right, Logan, do you have some score updates for us?
For 6A, one of the biggest games of the year, Union and Jinx. It looks like Union is up 13-7. For Owasso and Muskogee, Owasso is leading 12-0. Some 5A scores. You have Carl Albert leading Coweta 29-0. As we talked earlier, Carl Albert is a tough team, and Coweta not being as good as they were last year, we knew it was going to be a tough game.
Yeah, that's that's a tough game to have on the schedule. Non-conference game going and matching up with a Carl Albert.
Yes.
Any scores updated from our district?
They
The
don't.
Tulsa Central game's not updated. We're just gonna call it the Catholic Bowl right now. The Bishop McGinnis Kelly game, score 7-6, as last updated. Has Grove down to J. J ahead 7-0.
Claremore is leading Miami 25-0.
Come on, Logan.
I call it
Miami.
I call it Miami.
This is the Oklahoma Miami. We're not talking about the Heat. The Miami Bulldogs.
And Tahlequah is losing to Rogers Heritage 14-0.
All right, so some interesting updates on teams in the district. As of last week, the district, 4 teams won, 4 teams lost. Claremore, Collinsville, Grove, and Pryor all went 1-0 in their first game of the season. Central, Coweta, East Central, and Tahlequah lost in their season opener. So this will be an interesting week to see kind of once again kind of where teams end up after tonight is over. Let's see. In District 5A3 last week, Bishop, Kelly, McAllister, Memorial, Noble, and Shawnee all won. Durant, Nathan Hill, and Sky took lost. In 5A2, only 2 teams won, Deer Creek and Guthrie, as McGinnis, Carl Albert, El Reno, Guyman, Northwest Classen, and Western Heights all suffered losses. And in 5A1, Ardmore, Del City, MacArthur, and Southeast came away with victories. Altus, Capitol Hill, Chickasha, and Duncan lost.
It looks like Collinsville has come out with a little more energy, knowing that it's their game to lose right now.
Yeah, I mean, gonna receive here to start the second half. Offense really needs to kind of get things clicking. Not saying they have to come away with a touchdown on this possession, but they need to get into Catoosa's side of the field, have a successful drive, get Kocheski in a little bit of rhythm, and just put together some kind of drive that gets you into the Catoosa side of the field.
I mean, props to Catoosa's defense. They played really good tonight. I mean, Collinsville having 2 turnovers, but I mean, still holding us to 0 points. And on the flip side, Collinsville defense playing good too, only holding Catoosa to 7 points. So I mean, both 2 good defenses out there playing right now.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think Coach Jones is if you were to ask Coach Jones on Thursday evening, Coach, if you guys can hold them to a touchdown and a half, do you think you can win? His answer would be yes. And my point being that he's probably pretty satisfied with his defense's performance in that first half.
And they really only gave up 1 big play, and that was a long pass.
A huge one, though.
It is.
Yeah.
To their wide receiver on the left side.
All right, set to receive for the Cardinals will be Ryan Haymaker. Number 16, Jesus Gonzalez is the kicker for the Indians.
Hopefully the Cardinals can start this second half with some good field position.
And the lefty, it kicks it high. And I believe that was Keenan Hamilton that fielded it and just went ahead and took a knee, did the smart thing, because there was a little bit of confusion whether he was going to take it or Tillman, and he just did the smart thing, called off Tillman, and went ahead and took a knee. Still going to get decent field position. Looks like they're going to have it at the 24-yard line here to begin this drive.
I mean, pretty good field position, like you said, and we'll see how this Cardinal offense comes out this second half and see if they can put a good drive together for a touchdown.
Starting line for the Cardinals is number 60, Cutler Cole, Jackson Dew, Jake Douglas, Chris Colleen at center, and Cole Kime. Haymaker breaks loose, needs a block by Tyler Forrest. Haymaker runs out of bounds right at the 47-yard line, and just like the first play of the first possession for the Cardinals, Haymaker breaks one loose for a really nice gain, and really close to center field, middle of the field here for the Cardinals.
At halftime, we couldn't really decide who played really good on offense so far, and I mean, right now it's got to be Ryan Haymaker. I mean, 2 big plays to come out in the half, start getting momentum, and we'll see if he can do it again.
This time up the middle. Looks like he's got about 4, and that's on a Catoosa blitz right up the middle. So I'm going to have to agree with you. Haymaker, when he's got touches, has done really good things tonight.
And we still have him for another year as he's a junior.
Cardinals going once again with the huddle.
I don't think we will see much no huddle after the pick that Sean threw the last time.
Well, I think they were trying to do it to gain some momentum, and they weren't getting the plays in soon enough or something. Like, they were still taking a lot of the play clock, so I don't know that it was really serving its purpose. There's a penalty on this play, and it's going to be illegal blocking once again by the Cardinals, which means they're going to march 15 yards negative once again. That's the second time tonight that illegal blocking has been called against the Cards.
I mean, we start this drive off good, start getting momentum, and then a stupid penalty like that will bring us back 15 yards. That's something we don't need to do if we want to get our offense going, is put them in holes like this where it's 21 yards away from the first down.
Coach Jones was really asking the lead official for a little bit of explanation on that. I think he's just wanting an explanation on what exactly the call is, because obviously his guys are not doing it intentionally. On the quarterback read, Kocheski keeps it up the middle. He's got one man to beat. Can he beat him? He's at the 20. He does. He turns the burners on the 5, and he's in the end zone. Kocheski from the 37 all the way to the end zone, right up the gut. Kocheski in the end zone for 6.
Just like we talked about, big play by Sean and another touchdown.
Hey, I think anytime we're anything in 20, just let Sean run the ball.
I mean, the second time, last game, the first.
It was 3rd and 25, and he just took it to the house on a 50, 60-yard run.
And that was 3rd and 21. 2nd and 21.
Snap back, hold down, kick is up. Sergio Perez remains 100% on the season on PATs, and the Cardinals get a lot of momentum there. Now Kocheski sees pay dirt. He's got to be feeling a little bit better about himself, and that helps to kind of push all the negative things that happened in the first half. Those 2 interceptions, those are probably pushed to the back of his mind right now. Perfect start to the second half for the Cardinals.
I mean, you don't want your defense to get 20 yards back from the first down marker, but, I mean, hey, it's working, so maybe we do need those penalties to have Sean break off a big run.
That was a really, really good fake handoff there by Kocheski. I mean, I was following Haymaker as well. I thought Haymaker had the ball. Nice tuck there by Haymaker, and the defense was fooled as well, and just a huge gap right through the middle for Kacheski, and got to say that the blocking was pretty exceptional as well, even for the receivers, because the secondary was pretty blocked up too.
I think everyone thought that Ryan had the ball. Some miscommunication by the Indians. They will get the ball about the 25-yard line.
Fowler fielded that, but he was run over by Chase Neville, and pretty fortunate there, the Indians, that the ball didn't come loose on that play.
Some good kicking by Sergio Perez.
Yeah, really nice leg on Perez there, and hopefully he'll continue to come out and build that leg. We might see him kicking it as far back as last year's kicker,
Ethan Shamrock.
Shamrock, and he had he could kick it to the end zone on a kickoff. Fowler gets the handoff up the middle, and nothing going for the Indians there. As once again, Pretty and Rock Robbins, that side of the field has just been pretty secure tonight for the Cardinals.
Rock has played really good tonight. Last week, he was in and out. You didn't really hear his name much, but tonight he has really stepped up his game.
Yeah, he's been on a lot of tackles. So this time, the Indians with 3 wide receivers, 1 back. Handoff goes to the quarterback read, and he still got it. A little bit of holding there, not going to go called. Tyler Forrest and T.J. Johnson finally managed to bring the quarterback down, but not before about a 35-yard gain on the run. Ball's going to be placed at the 37-yard line for Catoosa. And a nice read play by the Indians on that play.
Looking to do the same thing that Collinsville did when they scored their touchdown, and it resulted in a big gain.
Back to their pro formation here. Single wide receiver out to the right. Handoff once again to number 8. That's Hemphill. He has a gain of 6 on the run. Tyler Forrest in on the tackle. Man, Hunter Rush has a full knee brace on, and that doesn't look good. That's definitely a knee injury, and hopefully for the young man, not an ACL.
Tough thing to see.
Snap back, running right this time, got a lot of room. Kacheski trying to strip number 42, Harrison, before he got to the end zone. Finally brought him down at about the 11. And Catoosa's answering the call here. Pro formation with 3 wideouts, 2 to the right. Going right back up the middle with the fullback. This time, nothing going. Rock Robbins once again on the tackle. Rock having a pretty good night tonight, Logan.
He's stepped up, like I said earlier. He's really brought a lot to this Cardinal defense as they've needed it.
Same formation for the Indians. They've got their tight end lined up in a slot position here. Gonna run again, once again to the fullback, and once again, same position, same result. This time, Kothi, as well as Rock Robbins and the nose guard, Parker Brown, in on the tackle. All right, so it's gonna be 3rd and goal here. Dylan Cook checks in for the first time tonight. Give Tyler Forrest a bit of a break.
Third and 5.
This time running left. And it's going to be close. It looks like the officials have signaled it a touchdown. So Catoosa answers the call there with the touchdown of their own.
Didn't take much time off the clock either.
Collinsville just needs to put it all together. Defense play. Oh, that's a missed field goal. It was wide right there. Missed field goal, and that could be huge later in this game. Nice job by T.J. Johnson. I mean, he put a lot of pressure on the kicker there as he had a chance to block that kick. And you got to think that was in the kicker's eye, and maybe that's why he hooked it to the right. So the score, 14-13 with 7 minutes and 33 seconds in the third quarter. Cardinals will receive here on the kickoff. See if their offense can have another successful drive.
Same three back to return this kick. Number 24, Mark Tillman. Number 25, Ryan Haymaker. And number 6, T.J. Johnson.
Gonzalez getting set to kick. He's kicked it over towards Tillman and Keenan Hamilton the previous times. This one back in that same direction. Marcus Tillman did receive it, but Hamilton had already signaled fair catch. So Cardinals will begin their drive at the 29-yard line.
Okay, field position for the Cards.
Yeah, and it's really too bad that Hamilton signaled fair catch there because I think Tillman was kind of set to return for a few yards there, hopefully, maybe more.
A little miscommunication, but, I mean, it didn't result in a fumble, so.
Right, no harm really on the play. Kacheski has trips to his right. He hands off to Haymaker, trying to go up the middle, and he's immediately stopped by 3 Catoosa defenders. That'll be a loss on the... Oh, they actually mark the forward progress, so the Cardinals do get a yard on the play. 2nd and 9. Haymaker's going to come out.
Looks like Catoosa's loading the box. Not going to let Collinsville break off a big run. It's going to have to be passing.
Well, I mean, I hope they continue to load the box because the most successful runs, other than Kacheski's run up the middle there, are usually to the outside for the Cards. Kacheski looking to pass, and he's brought down. Big-time sack there, Kacheski. That's a loss of about 10 on the play.
That's not a hit you want to see that your quarterback's taking. I mean, having Zane injured and being down to your second-string quarterback, that's not a hit you want to see.
No, just totally got blindsided there. Schaefer Smith, this is the first time we've seen him on the offensive side of the ball. He's going to be a slot receiver here.
It'll be 3rd and 17. Maybe Sean can make some Kacheski magic.
Looks like he keeps it up the middle again. Breaks a couple tackles. He's close to the first down marker there, Logan. It's going to be dependent on the mark. It looks like they're going to mark him about 1 yard short.
And there will be a decision for Coach Jones in the Cardinal offense. I mean, the smart play for the thing to do is to punt it, but
Coach Jones not pleased at all with the mark, and he's going to go for it. He's trying to get his team on the ball quick. Maybe just a quick count. Maybe try to draw Catoosa off.
Quick
nope,
punt.
It's going to be a punt.
A high one, too. Oh, and he got lit
That
up.
kid didn't signal fair catch, yeah. I'm glad the officials didn't call a flag there because the kid never signaled fair catch, so it was a live ball. T.J. Johnson totally took advantage of the situation.
Wanting to get his hit in. And Catoosa Indians will get good field position to start their drive. With 5:27 left in the third quarter.
All right, so this is a big possession here for the Cardinals. The Cardinal defense really need to put together a stop and play the battle of field position here. Quarterback keeper, and he's going to be brought down, completely stuffed there. Rock Robbins again in on the tackle, as well as Parker Brown. Minimal gain on the play. Dylan Cook back in now. They're working him in a little bit.
Another run.
Fowler gets it this time, brought down at about the 50.
Keenan Hamilton on the tackle.
That'll make it 3rd and 6.
Looks like Pretty will come out and have Cole Kime, one of the seniors on this Cardinal football team, come in for him. Trying to keep this defense rotated and keep him fresh.
A little bit of bobbling on the snap. There's a flag on the play. The pass is complete.
I think
First down and some.
I think it will be holding on Catoosa.
All right.
And it will be, so it will back him up 5 yards, and
we'll replay 3rd down. Logan, I'm going to have to say, I think that is the biggest student section I've seen at a Collinsville football game.
It's good to see, knowing our students are getting involved in the Collinsville athletics.
All right, so 3rd and 20 here. Prevent D, guys. Just keep everything in front of you.
I mean, you have to think they're going to be throwing a deep pass, so just drop your defensive backs back and just make sure they don't get the first down.
One back. Quarterback in motion. Tillman giving chase. Keenan Hamilton looks to make a tackle, and he does. Nice pursuit there.
2 helmets come off, one for Catoosa and one for Kothi.
Good job there by the Cardinal defense, really to get in between their teammate, make sure no scuffle happens. Temperatures, help me out here with the word I'm looking for. Tempers flaring, and that's always important, is that your teammates help prevent you from getting into a scuffle as opposed to making it worse.
Kothi will have to come off for the field for a play.
Oh, what a nice bounce the Indians get there on that punt. And it was a good punt. I mean, it was totally away from Brandon Lowe. He didn't have a chance at fielding it. So that's nothing to do with him, just a really good punt there by Catoosa. And so, unfortunately, the defense does a great job of playing the field position battle, and then Catoosa gets a great punt to kind of negate the defense's really good work. So Cardinals will take over with the ball on the 16-yard line.
Coach Harp talking to Kothi, trying to keep his temper down and just tell him to play football.
Looks like Haymaker gets the carry again. Brought down after a short gain.
I really don't think we've had a few big run plays, but our run game really hadn't played very good today, and we haven't really passed it, so we really don't know what our passing game can do.
All right, 2nd and 11. There was actually a loss on the play. Kucheski keeps on the quarterback read, runs up middle. He'll have a couple yards on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 9. Check that. Looks like it'll be about 3rd and 8, as it was a gain of about 3.
See if our offense can get something going here.
Yeah, this is a much needed first down. Give the defense a little bit more rest over here on the sideline.
It'll be a crucial play, knowing that, Collinsville's held Catoosa last play, but
Kucheski looking deep, got Keenan Hamilton, and it just led him too far. Ball was uncatchable as it was out of bounds, so it's going to be 4th and 8 for the Cardinals. Going to have to punt with a minute 36 remaining in this 3rd quarter. Hamilton had stepped on the defender there. Just unable to make the connection. So, Kucheski back to punt. Verano set to receive. Good snap.
good
Nice punt. Right to Verano.
Looked like he didn't even try to field it. He just fair catching it. Catoosa playing it safe, knowing that, all they have to do is just march down the field and score.
Good job there by Marcus Redwine, though, to be in good position to make a tackle and also to kind of force the fair catch signal by the Indians. All right, D, do it again. Continue to get stops.
As we saw last game, our defense was on the field so much that they wore down, and Sky took come back in the game, and so hopefully our defense can stay fresh and keep making plays.
Fowler gets about 8 on that run before he's finally brought down. I think Schaefer Smith might have been in on the tackle. Second and 3.
Looks like we're bringing Schaefer. And we will, and he will miss the tackle.
He had a chance there to get a tackle for a loss. Instead, Catoosa gets the first down.
And Catoosa driving, nothing different. We haven't seen anything different so far by Catoosa, just running the ball.
Yep, steady doses of the same medicine. One of the themes on my high school track team we had a lot of success was, if it ain't broke, don't try to fix it. Probably exactly what Catoosa's thinking right now. As they get close to another first down. Looks like a gain of 9 on that play. It'll be 2nd and 1.
I have to say, Catoosa's running backs are kind of like bowling balls. They just give momentum and they just keep going. They're getting hit 3 or 4 times and they're still falling forward.
Colton Conover has checked into the game. Give Parker Brown a short rest, and that'll end the 3rd quarter here for the Cardinals. 14-13, the Cardinals have the lead over Catoosa. We'll come back here with the 4th quarter.
Drive down Route 66 and see the Meltons.
Well, ain't that something?
It's here, where the entire Melton family changed the negative dealership drama.
Forever.
This is a showroom. Yep, that's a pool table.
These are the salespeople. Yep, there are none.
Unlocked cars? Yep, even on Sundays. Granddad paid off the building. Yep, we sell cars for fun.
Translation, car buying can be a negative experience, so we changed it. You're welcome.
Melton Sales on Route 66 in Claremore. Jump on it.
Can I get a ham and Swiss sandwich with extra cheese, please?
All right, the fourth quarter is underway. Catoosa marching, hands off the ball once again up the middle. Hemphill gets the first down here as the Crimson Cadets play fight song, Oski Wow Wow. Hopefully the defense hears that, gets a little bit inspired. I mean, they've played really well all night, and we need them to come up with another stop here.
It'd be a big stop knowing that Collinsville gets the ball back and has a chance to take some time off and drive down the field.
Another handoff. That time to Harrison. He's got a few on the play. Fowler, excuse me.
It'll be 2nd and 6, 2nd and 5 maybe.
Conover staying in the game with the nose guard position. Looks like Brown's set to check in on the next play. Tyler Forrest in at cornerback along with Kacheski. Running up the middle once again. Fowler gets the carry once again. Looks like it'll be 3rd and 3.
Parker Brown will come in for Conover.
Looks like the linebackers include Josh Arnold, Rock Robbins, Keenan Hamilton, and Schaefer Smith, the sophomore. Defensive backs, TJ Johnson, Haymaker, Kacheski, and Forrest. 3rd and 4, big play here.
Really big play.
Going to be a keeper or a quarterback read.
And he will be stuffed by a gang of Cardinals.
Schaefer in on that tackle along with Brown and Rock Robbins. I don't know what their kicking game's like, but I kind of suspect that they're going to go for it here on 4th and 4. 4th and 5. Nope, they didn't move him back. They gave him the forward progress, so it's going to be 4th and 4 again.
Looks like they're bringing in some big guys, maybe stacking it all on the line except maybe one out like they have been doing, and see if they can pound it through.
The back, Devin Hemphill and fullback Hunter Harrison in. Fake the handoff to Harrison. Quarterback looking for the end zone, and it's complete to his tight end, and he gets in the end zone.
And there is a flag on the play, maybe some pass interference. That's what the Cardinals are signaling.
Pass interference against the offense. Yeah, I think there was an illegal screen in there and all that movement by the wide receivers. So they're going to have to replay 4th down.
The Catoosa coaches cannot be happy. I mean, make a big play and it gets called back. I mean, they're down by 1 point because of the missed extra point, and they really needed that touchdown.
Instead, we'll wait till they mark off the penalty.
Looks like Colton Conover's getting a little stretched out, might be starting to get a little tight. The game gets a little bit closer to the end.
It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line after the penalty is assessed. It was marked from the spot of the foul. And it is 1st down.
I don't know, maybe it was a holding call afterward. They signal pass interference, maybe blocking the back. I don't know. That is weird.
Nice gang of tackling there by the Cardinals. Schaefer Smith, with his speed, is really able to get in front of plays and makes a difference over there on that side of the ball.
Number 8, Hill with the carry, and he was slung down by the Cardinal defense.
TJ Johnson came in to help with the tackle, and that was a loss of 2, so it'll be 2nd and 12 for the Indians.
And like you said earlier, if the Cardinal defense gets a stop here, do you think they kick it or do they?
No, I think they're in 4th down territory for them. I mean, I don't know if they've got a kick, if they think their kicker can make these type field goals. Handoff goes to Fowler. Strong running there by Fowler. He manages to get to the 10. That's about a 5-yard gain, and it'll make it 3rd and 8 for the Indians. Hey, like I said, I'm thinking they're a 4th down team.
4 down
in this type of They're either in punt position or they're in go for it position for the Catoosa, and so they're thinking right now we've got 2 plays to get a first down. So the Cardinal defense needs to be thinking that too. They're not going to get relieved on 4th here.
It's 3rd and 8. See if our Cardinal defense can get a stop here.
Back to their pro formation. Give it to Fowler again. And man, he falls forward for a few every time. And that is a really good job by Fowler. Still short of the first down by about 3 yards.
And it looks like Keenan Pretty will come in for Justin Cothy.
And they do have their field goal unit on the field here.
That is kind of surprising as he missed an extra point. So
this is number 15, Jeff Colvin for the Indians. Snaps back. And it's no good. It was right. He looked it right.
It looked like it was the holder's fault as he stayed on the ground a little bit longer than what he should have been.
All right, so huge stop there for the Cardinals, and now it's time for the offense to put a drive together. They've got to help their defense out a little bit. They've got to eat some clock. At the very least, they've got to eat some clock here and give the defense a break. 7 minutes and 34 seconds to go in the game.
Collinsville's been in 2 close games so far this season. I mean, this game, they know they don't want to lose.
Kacheski with Haymaker to his right. Handoff goes to Haymaker. Cuts back to the middle, and he might have lost a yard on the play.
Just nothing going with our run game so far.
So 2nd and 11 for the Cardinals. Kacheski looks to get the call.
Coach McClure's got to be thinking, I mean, it's a tough call right here. Do you run it or do you pass it and risk a 3rd and long? Looks like they load the box.
Kacheski looks for Hamilton. Just a quick stop route, and he doesn't manage to keep it in. Had it in his hands. It was a little bit high, and it'll be 3rd down now for the Cardinals. Like the play call there. He had his man.
Just off his fingertips.
All right, so 3rd and 11 for the Cardinals.
That's got to be that has to be caught for an easy first down or maybe a 3rd and inches.
All right, blitz is coming. Kacheski in motion right, looks right. Got TJ Johnson. Ball was tipped, and it's going to be incomplete.
That was a close ball as it almost got intercepted.
Yeah, I thought TJ Johnson might have actually be able to catch it after the tip.
Just lost it.
So the punt team comes back on for the Cardinals.
Not much clock eaten up by Collinsville. That's what they needed to do there to kind of shorten this game with the lead.
Yeah, I mean, about, 30 seconds went off the clock there on that possession?
Mm-hmm.
Kacheski. High punt. He had some pressure. See if it does not take a Cardinal bounce. Cothy does a good job to down it at the 35. Catoosa will take over with good field position.
The offense is putting a lot of pressure on this Cardinal defense.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got to make got to have a drive here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're playing with fire. Playing with fire, eventually you get burned, and this Catoosa offense has been on the field a lot tonight. That means our defense has been on the field a lot tonight. And you can only ask them to do so much. Now, the funny thing is the majority of our players play both ways, so it's
not really a big deal.
Well, it's not like they're not helping one another out. They're not helping themselves out.
TJ looked to try to strip the ball and wasn't very successful on that.
We're going to be just short of the first down here. Six minutes, 15 seconds to go in the game. Catoosa with the ball in Cardinal territory. Everybody in the box. Hand off to the fullback. He's smacked but stays up before Kothi brings him down. He'll have the first down.
And Catoosa driving kind of worries me that if Catoosa scores here, our offense has to put a drive together, which they haven't done all game.
All right, so 1st and 10 for the Indians. Ball on the 29-yard line. Handoff goes to Fowler. He's got some room. He's chased down by Rock Robbins. Going to be short of the first down by about a yard or two.
And it looks like Dylan Cook is seeing his first action on the field tonight.
All right, so after a gain of 8, it's 2nd and 2 for the Indians, and sure like to see that turnover bug start biting them right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that looked like a false start. Instead, Fowler rumbles all the way inside the 5, and it'll be 1st and goal for the Indians now.
You can tell our defense is getting tired as they stay on the ground seconds after the play is over, trying to catch their breath.
All right, ball on the 4. Handoff goes to Fowler. Reaches for the end zone in a diving attempt.
He will be stopped just on the goal line.
2nd and goal. Jake Douglas checking in for the goal line package here. A little bit of miscommunication here as the Cardinals try to get their goal line package in. Holy. Cardinals trying to get a timeout called. Coach Jones been signaling it for a while, and they have to burn a timeout here.
Oh, it's coming into a disaster here. A lot of substitutions for this Cardinal defense. And it cost them a timeout.
All right, so with 4 minutes and 13 seconds to go in the game, Catoosa knocking on the end zone's door. Cardinals currently hold a 14-13 lead. Catoosa manages to get in the end zone here. Like you mentioned, offense is going to be forced to put something together, and they haven't had a whole lot of success so far doing that tonight.
I mean, our running game has been spotty, and our passing game hadn't really showed me anything, so I mean, we'll have to see what this offense can do.
All right, the fans on their feet, trying to give their encouragement to their defense. 2nd down. Quarterback sneak. Ball's on the ground. Is the ball on the ground? No. Catoosa manages to get in the end zone on the play.
And Zane trying to get this Cardinal offense some encouraging words. And it's not going to matter if this kicker misses it or not. Collinsville has to score a touchdown.
Yep. It's a fake. Going for 2. He's got his receiver, and it's complete. And that matters because now a touchdown and a field goal only tie. Huge play there by Catoosa. Smart play by Catoosa.
Cardinals had to know about that. I mean, No one was even within 5 yards of him.
All right. So the Seminole chant being played by the Catoosa band. 4 minutes, 6 seconds on the clock. Cardinal offense. Time to get real. Haymaker back to receive. Gonzalez set to kick.
Now I just hope there's no fair catch called here, so we can get at least okay field position. We'll see what this special teams unit for Collinsville can do. A high kick will go to TJ.
Builds it. Haymaker for a block. TJ runs left. Manages to get to the 36-yard line. Decent return there for the Cards.
It's better field position than we have been getting so far today.
Sam West looks like he's going to check in for the Cardinals here at wide receiver. Never mind. Just listening in on a huddle.
Trying to get as much information as he can. Being behind TJ, you know he's not going to get much playing time.
All right, so there's not a whole lot of pressure as far as the clock goes here. 4 minutes. Option play. Kacheski's got room. Runs up the middle. Has man to beat. Goes to the sideline. Still on his feet. Finally knocked out of bounds. Not before he gets to the 33-yard line. Nice play there by the Cardinals.
And the one thing is if this Cardinal offense scores quickly, can our defense come out here and put together another defensive stop?
I like their chances as long as Catoosa gets the ball on the other end of the field. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We've got to get in the end zone first. All right. So Kacheski got 2 wide receivers on either side of him. Hands off to him. No, keeps it on the read. Once again, running left. Looks for room. Tries to break a tackle. Doesn't. He's going to be brought down for a loss of about 1 on the play. So it'll be 2nd and 11. Coach Tezar talking to both quarterback and wide receiver TJ Johnson there. See if the two perhaps hook up on this play or maybe just communicating the play to both of them. Haymaker is the running back. Same formation. Blitz coming. Option again. Haymaker knocked out of bounds there.
A risky pitch there. Sean has to be thinking that they need to have ball control. And, I mean, even if he couldn't get an extra yard, so he's just got to hold on to that and get on the ground.
All right, so 3rd and 11 here for the Cardinals.
And it's 4th down. You have to go for 4th down. I mean, there's no question about it.
All right, this time, TJ Johnson, Tyler Forrest, and Brandon Lowe to Kacheski's right. Keenan Hamilton alone on the left.
Looks like
Tillman with the block, and the ball's tipped and intercepted. Harrison looking for some blocks. And it's returned to the 40.
And there will be a flag thrown. It's going to be personal foul on the Cardinals, I believe. And it will be.
Just under 3 minutes left in the game. I believe the Cardinals still have 2 timeouts in the half. All right, 1st and 10 for Catoosa. At the 34-yard line. 37.
Fumble!
Ball's on the ground.
I'm guessing Catoosa will recover
Yeah,
it.
early signal is that they did.
The clock keeps ticking down. You got to think Coach Jones is just holding his breath, trying to figure out if our defense will be able to get a stop and if we can use these timeouts on offense.
2nd and 10. No doubt about it. They're going to run the ball. Give it to Fowler. He gets about 5 on the play. And the Collinsville does take a timeout here. 2 minutes, 14 seconds on the clock. It's going to be 3rd down and 6. The ball's on the 23-yard line here.
3rd and 6, it looks like. I'm just speechless. I mean, our offense just hadn't really played good today.
I mean, they've had a few big plays, and that's kind of been the extent of it.
Collinsville can get a stop here. Our linemen have to get a push off the ball. Been too many tipped passes. Catoosa's linemen have been good about getting their hands up, though.
Ball's on the ground again! And it's recovered! It's recovered by the Cardinals! Ryan Haymaker gets on the ball! 2 minutes, 10 seconds for the Cardinals. There's still life for the Collinsville Cardinals.
And just when we thought the game was over, Collinsville recovers a fumble and will send their offense back onto the field.
Good job by Ryan Haymaker breaking into the backfield and recovering that ball. I mean, there's 3 guys in the backfield and 1 Collinsville Cardinal gets back there to recover the fumble.
These defensive players are on the sideline just hoping that this offense can score a touchdown, as they know it's out of their hands right now.
Blitz coming from the right. Kacheski looks right. Ball tipped again. This time intended target Keenan Hamilton. So it'll be 2nd and 10. 2 minutes, 6 seconds on the clock.
TJ looked to be open. He wanted the ball, but Sean saw a different guy and saw if he could make the play.
Who knows if the pass was on, could have been completed if it wouldn't have been tipped at the line of scrimmage. So it's 2nd and 10.
You have to be thinking with Sean, I mean, single coverage on TJ, your best receiver, got to get him the ball.
Here comes the blitz. Kacheski beats it. He's got a lot of grass. He's got the 1st down, gets to the 40 and out of bounds. So the clock stops with 1:58. Ball at the 40. We'll take it. Man, if Keenan Hamilton would have seen that his quarterback broke loose there, he could have made a block to perhaps get Kacheski maybe to the end zone with Kacheski's speed. Good eyes there by Kacheski. Taking what the defense gives you. 1st and 10 at the 40.
And smart play by Sean to get out of bounds.
Got pressure once again, he is just going to throw it out of bounds, and that's a good play by the junior quarterback.
Smart play, too.
TJ Johnson did have single coverage over to his right, but that's a really, really tough pass to make when you're in motion left, turn back, pass it to your right. I mean, NFL quarterbacks have that's a tough pass for an NFL quarterback.
I wonder if the the guy guarding TJ is one of their better defenders because we haven't really seen to even look at him. It'll be 2nd and 10 with 1:52 left on the clock.
All right, the extra defensive back is over to TJ's side. Sean's looking left. He's got pressure once again. Going to try to make something happen with his feet. Close to first down. I wish he would have gone ahead and got past the 50 on that.
Not a very good spot by the ref.
He's going to be a yard short of the first down.
And we haven't seen Pretty in the backfield today.
No, I mean, I think that he's done a great job on defense, and if they can keep him fresh and keep him playing like he did tonight on the defensive side of the ball, that might be their better advantage. And I mean, you know, he's going to be a good to have in there for blocking situations like this, though. He'd be a good back to have in the backfield. 3rd and 2. Chesky tries to keep it himself. Doesn't look like he's going to have the first down, so it's going to be 4th and 2. Clock's going to tick, 1:35 and still going down. Got to get on the ball quick, guys.
I don't think Coach Jones knows the clock is running down as we're taking our time.
1:17.
This is kind of surprising, having 2 timeouts. And
I mean, the play clock's down to 8. 5 on the play clock.
It's a big play. We'll call timeout now. It's kind of questionable. We use our whole play clock, waste all this time, and then we're going to call timeout at the end.
All right, so it's 4th and 2 here for the Cardinals. 1:03 on the game clock. Ball on the 48-yard line. 52 yards to go to get into the end zone here for the Cardinals. Nothing but a touchdown and the PAT will do.
It's a big play.
Everybody on their feet here, all the student body on the front row. Snap back. Pass is incomplete, intended for Keenan Hamilton.
Sean knows he underthrew him. That was a good play call.
Yeah, I mean, he had his man. Good play call. Hamilton was, and Hamilton had a chance to make it, had a chance to make the catch, but it was really low. He had to get down pretty quickly, and especially after he only had like a 3-step route there.
But you have to look on the bright side here. This is not a district game.
No, it's not a district game. As the Indians get in victory formation, take a knee. Be one more play in the game, and that'll be all she wrote. And the Cardinals will take their first loss on the season. Every coach's favorite formation here, the victory formation, to wrap this game up. And that'll do it. Catoosa improves to 1-1 on the season. Cardinals unable to go to 2-0 on the season, falling to Catoosa, team that they were able to beat last year. 14-21 will be the final score. We'll come back here briefly with a recap of tonight's game.
Drive down Route 66 and see the Meltons.
Well, ain't that something?
It's here where the entire Melton family changed the negative dealership drama.
Forever.
This is a showroom. Yep, that's a pool table.
These are the salespeople. Yep, there are none.
Unlocked cars? Yep, even on Sundays. Granddad paid off the building. Yep, we sell cars for fun.
Translation, car buying can be a negative experience, so we changed it. You're welcome.
Melton Sales on Route 66 in Claremore. Jump on it.
Can I get a ham and Swiss sandwich with extra cheese, please?
We're back here at Leafield, where tonight the Cardinals suffered a loss to the Catoosa Indians in a non-district matchup, second game of the season. Tough loss for the Cardinals. Really a pretty good defensive game tonight, and the offense just kind of struggled to keep any momentum. There were a few big plays where Kacheski would broke loose up the middle for the one offensive touchdown we had tonight. Ryan Haymaker had a couple of big runs. Couple completions for maybe 10 to 15 yards, but really that kind of summarizes the night for the offense. Defense, like I said, on the field almost all night. Logan played really well, managed to get really big time stops, managed to get a huge stop down there on fourth down, or on third down, forced a kick. Catoosa misses a kick. Cardinals get the ball with 7 minutes in the fourth quarter. Just need to put a drive together and just weren't able to do it. Important thing is, like you mentioned, it's a non-district game. And next week, the Cardinals
Go to Oologah.
For another rivalry game.
They lost to Claremore their first game, 17-14.
And they're playing Skytook tonight. Should be a good kind of scale for the Cardinals to see what they're able to do against Skytook, since we've already played Skytook. Players of the game are definitely both going to be defensive players tonight. Logan, who do you have for your players of the game?
44 Rock Robbins, a sophomore. He's been like the only player today that really stepped up on the defensive side, other than Keenan Hamilton. Him and Keenan Hamilton really stepped up on the defensive end. I mean, to score one of our 2 touchdowns, Rock really did pretty good tonight, and he was in on almost every tackle.
Yeah, it's he and Pretty that were on that side of the ball, really sure up that side of the line. And one thing that we talked about was Pretty didn't get any snaps on the offensive side tonight, but he was so strong defensively. And you got to think in the coach's mind that they're thinking, if he can serve and play that good a defense, then he's serving a really great purpose for their team. And can't say enough about the performance of those two guys tonight. On the whole, a really good game by them. Worth noting that Dylan Cook didn't play a whole lot tonight. He got a few snaps, and he would have been the defensive back on the one play that they had a 45-yard pass that got behind us. So that hurts you. Your senior defensive back isn't in, and that was a big play that hurt us. Austin Roberts out because of a concussion he suffered in a JV game. He was a slot receiver that saw a lot of time last week. And then first play of the game, kickoff, Hunter Rush, starting linebacker, sophomore, injures his knee, and he's braced up right now, and we just got to hope that young man goes to the doctor and doesn't get positive test results. He's limping around, and we'll just have to see what the team doctor's initial analysis is on that. But hopefully he's not out for the whole season, and just hopefully not a major injury for him.
He looks to be not putting any weight on it, really. It just kind of worries me, being a starting linebacker, and I mean, that could have been another thing. I mean, he's an upperclassman, being a junior, and so, I mean, he's another junior to that squad, and I mean, I think he would really helped on some of those plays. He's pretty fast too, and
yeah. Schaefer Smith came in and played pretty well. He adds a lot of speed. I mean, Schaefer Smith is a speed guy, so he adds a lot of speed to the outside linebacker position. All right, Logan, well, I think that pretty much wraps it up for us here in Collinsville, where tonight, once again, the Catoosa Indians managed to top the Cardinals in the second game of the season, 21-14. We'll be back here on GVTV next Friday night as the Cardinals take on the Oologah Mustangs in another rivalry game. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you later.
Drive down Route 66 and see the Meltons.
Well, ain't that something?
It's here where the entire Melton family changed the negative dealership drama.
Forever.
This is a showroom. Yep, that's a pool table.
These are the salespeople. Yep, there are none.
Unlocked cars? Yep, even on Sundays. Granddad paid off the building. Yep, we sell cars for fun.
Translation, car buying can be a negative experience, so we changed it. You're welcome.
Melton Sales on Route 66 in Claremore. Jump on it.